Emily Spence with the RacinBoys. I caught up with tonight's winner, Donny Schatz. Just talk about your race and how you think it evolved.
Well, we tried, we've been trying to get the feel back to where I've liked it for some time, years. And we kind of hit on something that got us back to square one like we did back in old school days. Man, in the dash, I felt awesome. I had the car underneath me just exactly how I'd like it, and thought, man, this is awesome. I haven't felt that good in a long time, so we really thought, the pole's kind of my weak spot to start, really. When I can be around other cars and gauge where I'm at and move around the racetrack a little bit when you got nothing to lose. But when you're leading, everything's under a microscope. You just seen how we lost the lead with Darren, 1 and 2. You could see the rubber in 3 and 4, so you could get off the cushion and get down into it one car lane down. But in 1 and 2, it just looked like it was dusty slick and there was nothing there. So you got everything to lose by trying to move off it and give away the lead. So I stayed up there and he drove on by. I'm like, man alive, it must be taking rubber, but it just did not look like it. Even now, it still don't look like it. So I thought we were done at that point. Darren's really good in rubber. There's not really, you might be able to race back in the field, but most time you don't get that opportunity to race for the win when you're in a rubber like that. And we had that red. I was questioning, were we really, we had that 2 nights now. We had two red flags for fuel that were questionable. I'm like, how's my tire? And they said, you need to get going if you're going to win this thing, and try to push him and try to make him wear his tires out and make a mistake. And on the restart, I just couldn't even keep up with him. It's like I couldn't go, and we hit traffic with 1 to go, and he slowed down into 3, and I had nothing to lose. I've won a few races that way. I've lost a few that way. Tonight, we just beat him to the line. I was able to get outside of him in a couple lap cars, and he'd slowed down just enough for us to go by, and it was a drag race to the line for us. So it feels good to win, but it'd be nice to have not made that mistake early in the race. But sometimes second's the catbird seat, and tonight it definitely was.
Tony said he let the testing of the new 410 engine from Ford up to you. Know you guys took it out and ran laps with it when you were down in Florida. Do you have any early thoughts on where they are with the progress of that?
I do. Listen, there's been a lot of talk and chatter over the last couple of years. It's here now. We have one on the ground. It's been in the race car. I drove it. And I haven't had as big a smile on my face since I started racing. It's awesome. It's awesome to see something from the birth and see how it's been worked so hard on the whole way through, and to get to feel the first laps in it on the racetrack. I mean, it's like I can't wait to get it in the race car. Obviously, Tony's wanting to make sure we got everything the way it's supposed to be, and we're not falling out of races, and we just have the one now. And they're still doing testing stuff, but man, on the racetrack, it's awesome. It's awesome to drive. It's just you have to learn things over. It doesn't adapt to changes the way that the stuff we're used to. It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't feel the same. But for the feel that I like, I'm excited. I wish we could put it in there tomorrow. But hey, he's the boss. He wants to think first and foremost about our championship hopes, and I'm sure it won't be long now before we have stuff in the car, but it's really promising, and I'm super excited. They could have probably had anybody in the world do the testing and come and do this, but I got to do it, and it's one of the best things I've ever sat behind. So, but you're going to have that. Tony put our crew chief, last year's crew chief Rick Warner, in charge of this program, and it's ruthless when you put him on something like that, and Rick won't take anything less than the best. So. It affected our team a little bit with that, but he's doing an awesome job, and I can't wait to get it in the race car.
With him being your former crew chief, you got to have a lot of faith in him putting that project together.
Oh, I do. At any time there's changes that come about like that at a higher up level, there's going to be people that aren't happy about it, this or that, and that's just the nature of the beast. It's part of the game. This project would not get off the ground. It would not be successful from the word go if we did not have someone dedicated to it like Rick Warner is. So that's really neat to see. And it was neat to be at the racetrack with Rick 2 days testing it. And he knows what I like, so he knows how to adjust. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that's going to make it what it is and made it as good as it is from the word go, because he already had things that we could change on it with this and that to make it feel better, sound better, accelerate better, all these things that we're trying to get. So it's made it a lot of fun, and I can't wait till we can actually get it out there and see it on the racetrack with everybody else.
How do you feel about going to California?
California it's an awesome place. We got a lot of great fans there. There's a lot of fun races. it seems like every time we go anywhere in the spring, it just depends what the weather's like. We missed out on Texas last weekend. I'm already hearing that it's going to rain in Tulare for the next 10 days. So, man, you hate to have these teams sit out on the West Coast for 6 weeks or 7 weeks and you watch it rain. We've already had 3 rainouts and we've only raced 4 times. So it's just the nature of the beast. You can't control the weather, but looking forward to California. It's not some place we typically run the best at, but them are the places you got to look forward to going and trying to get better if you're going to be in a championship status come November.
Really appreciate your time tonight, Donny.
Thank you.